All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the first official episode of the Post Game Podcast. I'm Joe. I'm joined by Dylan, Jake, and Leo. Wanted to just dive right in. Obviously, this past week was wildcard week. Lions this week in the Divisional. Detroit sports is it's looking good. Obviously, Pistons, Red Wings are looking good. What do you got to say, Jake?
Long time coming, man. Just honestly, first and foremost, the Detroit Pistons. Shout out to them. They are playing great basketball.
Yeah,
Cade Cunningham is a superstar. And obviously, the Red Wings have finally, I think, found the right coach after so long. But yeah, honestly, and the Lions coming up here, about to play the Commanders. It's getting exciting, man. It's getting exciting. Obviously, Tigers had a good season, and they're just
Tigers went to ALDS.
Yeah, they're following suit. So. It's a very exciting time to be a Detroit sports fan. Very exciting time for the city.
Finally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Lions this week. Shout out Kirby. Signed this helmet to the Post Game Podcast. So we're excited for the Lions, obviously, this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, last week, we were kind of just talking. We were giving our picks, with each other. And Dylan actually went 5 for 6. The only one, the only one he got wrong was Chargers. Obviously, none of us picked Houston. So
I don't think anybody picked Houston.
No. I didn't see anyone talking. Everyone was so sure, obviously, that the Chargers were gonna do it. Danny, obviously, I think he's finally. I think he's right about Justin Herbert, maybe, but I still got faith in him.
I mean, you can't say he's a bad quarterback.
No, definitely not. Definitely
3
not.
interceptions all year. That's amazing. But the fact that he had 4 interceptions in one postseason game, that's
crazy. the way that he managed to throw more picks in 60 minutes than he did in 17 games is ridiculous.
just shows that he's just like a mediocre quarterback that doesn't rise to the
mediocre, but he
occasion.
was He was 9th in yards, I think, I think he was 9th in passing yards this year.
I believe so, but here's
elite,
something to kind of like back off on, like for in terms of like the Houston Texans defense being so good. They did the same thing to Jared Goff, man. Jared Goff didn't have all but 2 picks heading into that game during the season.
Houston's defense.
Houston's defense is amazing.
they're legit.
Will Anderson, Daniel Hunter, and then you have
the number one DB outside. Well, one of the best DBs.
The second, I would say after Patrick
Surtain.
Yeah. But it doesn't stop there. I mean, you just got they got Tony Jefferson had a pick.
Yeah.
Tony Jefferson was coaching the Baltimore Ravens last year, and then now he's
it's crazy.
He's playing.
No,
I believe it was the Baltimore Ravens he was coaching, but yeah, he literally hopped off his couch and now he got a pick. But then what was that guy's name that hit Trevor Lawrence?
Aziz Al-Shire.
Aziz Al-Shire.
That
He
guy's
flies. He's everywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, he's one of the defensive captains. I'm pretty sure he's their defensive play caller, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, yeah, he's their Mike linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So I think so.
Yeah.
But then you have what was that guy's name?
Tony Jefferson was a part of the Ravens. He was
organization.
He was a scouting intern. Yeah, that's crazy.
He was literally retired on his couch, and he had an interception in the wild card week.
But
he's pretty. It's pretty awesome.
Even with the bad game that he had, Lad McConkey went bonkers.
Wow,
obviously.
man.
Yeah, well, he had that one. Was it 89-yard touchdown?
86.
He set an
86
NFL
yards.
rookie record. 9 catches, 197 yards in a playoff game.
Yeah, he's beast.
He's the only players with more receiving yards in a playoff game are Demarius Thomas and Calvin Johnson.
Wow. Rest in peace, Demarius Thomas.
Both were in the wild card game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at it like the 2 big plays was obviously the pick 6 by I forgot the guy's name. I forgot the corner's name. But the pick 6, which that was a bad throw on Herbert's part.
Yeah.
He threw it too high, and McConkey's not like a big body. They can go up and get it. So he overthrew him. But like the second pick, Derek Stingley's almost pick 6 down to 5. That was right out Phil Diskey's hands.
Yeah.
Eric Murray was the pick 6. That's another thing that I noticed. It was more a lot so towards bad timing for their turnovers too. As soon as they were trying to creep up back into the game, they made bad mistakes. And honestly, a lot of people didn't pick Houston. If you watched Houston the last 2 months, 3 months, 2.5 months.
Too many injuries.
Yeah, not just the injuries. Their offensive line would not give Stroud any time. But, hey, they did a great job making plays. Nico Collins played awesome.
Yeah.
He played a great game.
Nico Collins better than A.J. Brown.
Joe Mixon.
A.J. Brown had 1 catch for 10 yards. Nico had 9 catches for what?
He only had 2 targets.
120-something.
I think A.J. Brown only had 2 targets.
But here's another thing to kind of back off, too. The Chargers, I believe, finished the regular season with the number 1 defense in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Their defense
and they just got shredded. That's why a lot of people weren't picking Houston, too. Just, nobody really had faith in them, I guess. But
the lacking offense paired up against
he just
unreal defense in the regular season.
He just didn't show up. Herbert just
But
didn't
no,
show
the Chargers
up.
defense had a couple turnovers in that game.
This fell on the offense.
Yeah,
this fell on the turnovers.
I think they had 2 or 3 turnovers.
You don't turn the ball over 4 times and win a football game. It's very rare.
And it's not even just a turnovers, 1 pick 6 and 1 interception out the 5.
That
so
hurts.
You're giving your defense
position.
no chance. Field position is terrible.
And that the beginning of the game, he just came out like turnover, bad play. The defense gets no rest.
No rest.
You gotta have your defense rest.
And they held their own.
Yeah, they did a good job containing for the most part. But
Derwin James is a monster.
Oh, Derwin James is legit, bro. He's unreal.
There's I think what's his name came out, and there's retirement rumors.
Who?
After
Khalil
this year?
Mack.
Khalil Mack.
I wouldn't know if he would retire.
He had a great year.
But there's like I saw rumors that he's contemplating.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Contemplating.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm kind of surprised because he had an amazing year. I know he's older.
He probably wants to end off on a good note.
Did you see
in terms of play overall?
Did you watch the game?
Yeah.
I was snippets of the game. I was at the Pistons game during the time.
The announcers kept like reiterating his name was Khalil, and they weren't saying Khalil Mack. They were saying Khalil Mack every time because they were talking about it like. They asked, I guess, pregame, he had been asked, how do you pronounce your name? And he said Khalil, not Khalil.
Oh, so it's not Khalil. It's
Khalil.
But
Khalil.
And then every time after they mentioned that, the announcers just kept saying Khalil Mack.
That's
they were like emphasizing
it
to make sure they said it right?
Yeah.
I mean, all these years, everybody thought his name was Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. It took him like 10 years to correct people.
Literally.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, Texans win. They waived Deontay Johnson after the game. Obviously, that's a guy that I always talk up. And at the beginning of the year with Carolina, I mean, he was playing well. He played okay. I mean, he played decent. He had a couple good games with Bryce, and then when Andy Dalton's first game in, he had a career game. He had the most yards he's ever had in a game. I think it was 122. And then so he was waived. Obviously, he was with Baltimore before, refused to play against Philly, I think is what it was. And then
he wouldn't come in the game.
And then they waived him, claimed by Houston after Tank Dell. Obviously out for the season. I was like, oh, this is going to be sick. Like, okay, they're losing Tank Dell. They get another solid receiver that they can use.
There's got to be something wrong with
something's off. But then the Ravens claimed him again, but he can't play until after the Super Bowl. Unless he signs with someone else before.
No, so they technically put in a waiver claim, and the waiver claim, if it's granted to the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken, if they win the waiver, technically he would not be eligible to be on their team until after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, until after
because
the Super
right
Bowl.
Now you can't claim anyone in the NFL if they're on waivers. And have them granted to you, and I think even if he cleared waivers, but I could be wrong about that. But in terms of why it was, you remember I sent you guys this earlier in the day, but Adam Schefter said that they're doing it because if I guess there is a chance where it could be they could cost him a compensatory pick for the Ravens if he was picked up by somebody else.
Yeah, yep.
I think they would have to give up a compensatory pick to the Panthers when they traded for him.
Yeah, I heard they picked him up so that they would receive a draft pick, and then they're just most likely going to cut him.
Yeah. I think he doesn't want to play football, dude.
If he gets cut by Carolina, then he gets cut by.
He got traded.
Or traded, sorry,
right?
he got traded.
He got traded to
the
Ravens.
He got traded.
He got traded
for like
to
a
the
fifth
Ravens.
rounder or something.
Yeah. So if Carolina let him go, because Carolina could have used him too, like him and Adam Thielen would have been a nice pair.
That was
playing
Xavier Legette. You got Xavier Legette in there.
Adam Thielen was hooping. He was balling.
You were right on the stat, by the way. In Week 3 against the Raiders, he had
it was 122. I remember.
He had
I'm almost like 100%.
He had 122 yards receiving. It was his career. It was his best game.
It was a career game.
I mean, I always thought Deontay Johnson had great hands. I liked him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is like, according to ESPN's open rates, the stat they use to measure obviously how open the receivers are. Since he's been in the league, he's the most open receiver when he's on the field. So
That's
obviously he's able to make plays, but I don't know what it is. I mean, obviously it's like
I saw a report that they didn't go into detail, but I saw that the Texans cut him because of a locker room issue.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Ravens cut him because he literally told them that I don't want to play.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to play.
He flat out went and benched himself.
So,
if you go and leave a team benching
like
yourself, saying I don't want to
Devondre
play.
Campbell on the 49ers.
Pretty similar.
But I just think this wasn't as big of a deal.
I'm still a fan. I'm still hoping he comes through wherever he ends up. I'll be rooting for him. But speaking of two former teams of his, the Ravens and the Steelers. Obviously, Steelers lost to the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, just unstoppable.
Yeah, GP still had 5 catches, 87 yards in the touchdown.
All for nothing.
And people still talk about him.
No, GP is
I think
always the villain.
But
he's the new AB in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm telling you. He's always the villain.
Watching this game though, watching this Steelers and Ravens game, the one thing I noticed is that we finally saw regular season Lamar in the postseason.
Yeah, no. If Buffalo sees this version of Lamar, like
scary.
Here's the thing:
the team is just firing on all cylinders. Like their chemistry is unreal.
You guys, it's not even just Lamar. 26 rushes, 186 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Them two are just
TJ Watt ghosted that game, by the way.
He's been ghosted.
Everybody there was something I saw with TJ Watt. He hasn't recorded. I don't know. It's
been like over 100 snaps.
It's been like over 127, 160 something snaps, 150 something snaps consecutive where he hasn't recorded a single stat.
Wow. A stat?
Like no pressure,
nothing.
No tackle.
What about a TFL?
Nothing.
Wow.
Like not a single stat.
Is this like because of double and triple teams?
I mean, I don't
it could be because of that. It could also be the fact that he could be hurt.
Even double or triple team, bro. Like you gotta record a stat.
Yeah, that's what I mean. For being like legitimately
100 and how many snaps?
It was like it was like in the 120 to 150 range around there.
I saw
like
that,
a game and a half, 2 games.
So, yeah, I mean,
gotta record a stat, at least a QB pressure.
Yeah, at least a pressure for somebody of that caliber.
That's what I'm saying. About one of the best defensive players in the league.
Miles Garrett gets double and triple team. He still records stats.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what it is. But I mean, the Steelers. I mean, I saw someone had posted or someone had mentioned it. They're basically in purgatory. Like they're always good to make the playoffs, but they get nowhere.
Yeah.
They're the same. I mean,
they're just stuck.
I feel like they're a team that will always make the playoffs. Mike Tomlin's obviously an amazing coach, and then they asked him in the post game, like, about him possibly being traded as a coach.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, and then he was like, tell any team to save their time.
Yeah. I mean, no. When you're with a team for what, like 15 seasons, and you've never had a losing record, like I know sometimes it's like 9-8, whatever. But I think Pittsburgh's issue is since Ben Roethlisberger is that they haven't had a franchise quarterback.
Yeah,
they've just been bouncing around.
That's true.
I think
they need to find a franchise quarterback. Russ is just good.
Russ can be like a bridge quarterback
like
to
on the
somebody.
Other end of his prime now at this point?
Way past his prime.
Yeah.
Way past his prime.
I think they need to bridge into Justin Fields, believe it or not. I really think he played well in that offense. Mm-hmm. Justin Fields loses his legs really well, and it allows the offense to be a multi-threat. Of course.
I still feel like he's young enough to develop.
Yeah. And I also think
they're 3-1 when he started?
Yeah, I believe so. Now here's the thing too. I really think this about Justin Fields. Yeah, obviously we know he has accuracy issues. Obviously that's what we saw when he was on the Bears. But I truly do believe he could do enough to get you to at least a playoff win. We've seen quarterbacks that aren't as athletic as him get playoff wins, which obviously, that doesn't really matter. It matters about making the right play at the right time. But I kind of want to go back on something that we did say right now. Leo, you did say, obviously, Lamar, we finally saw the version of him in the playoffs. Beast. Here's the thing. I disagree because we have seen this version of Lamar before. Last year in the AFC Divisional round against the Texans, they blew them out. Lamar threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 100 yards. He only had 152 yards passing, okay? But
he doesn't really pass.
He doesn't really pass. He doesn't really, obviously.
Right.
But here's where we need to see Lamar make that stride. In the big game against Buffalo or against the Kansas City Chiefs. Last year ago, I believe it was, who was the receiver it was Bateman that got the ball punched out from behind him last year against Kansas City in the AFC title game?
No, that was Zay Flowers.
Or Zay Flowers.
Yeah, deep ball and then he fumbled it.
Yeah.
They need to make the plays and not make those mistakes. I think Lamar will see Lamar ball no matter who he plays against. It's Lamar Jackson, obviously. Yeah. This is a guy that's won the league MVP twice, and he's, I believe, on his way to winning it the third time. But them as a team need to quit making the mistakes that they're making. I know, Joe, you don't agree with the Lamar winning MVP this year. I know Josh Allen's played awesome. He's amazing. But this is what we're going to see. We're going to see this matchup this week, and I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, no, obviously that matchup is sick. It's going to be sweet to see. I mean, obviously the Bills.
Sorry, Joe.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's like kind of different with the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson this year is that he's got somebody else to lean on if he's kind of off his game.
Yes.
Like Derrick Henry can take over the game no matter what. Before he's just had like okay running backs.
Yes.
Like their running game was only good because of Lamar's threat to run the ball. And then they never had any good receivers that could just.
He still broke the rushing record.
And he still,
of course, because that's Lamar being Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That's the amazing play.
And they've never had any dominant receivers that could also bail Lamar out. That could just go up and get the ball. Like he can if he's in trouble, throw it up. Someone's down there. Yeah. He's never had that. I feel
like for the first time ever, with him having Zay Flowers and Deontay Johnson, even though Zay Flowers I believe missed the last game. It's kind of
Rashad Bateman.
Or did I say Zay?
Deontay
Johnson. Jesus, man. Rashad Bateman. Obviously, he's been playing exceptionally well.
He's been awesome,
and he's been making plays when his number gets called.
For sure.
Yeah.
He steps up, and then
it
Mark
helps.
Andrews
It helps.
tight ends.
But
Isaiah Likely. He played the most snaps out of any Raven last week besides Lamar, obviously.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Isaiah Likely. Joe, that's my boy. So
yeah, I know.
But here's something funny too. Back before, Lamar's only worry, or like when you're playing Lamar, obviously you got to stop Lamar, right? They didn't have a great running back behind him, and they only had Mark Andrews to really lean on in the pass game. Now Zay Flowers, Bateman, Derrick Henry. Justice Hill's a pretty good running back cutting off on third down.
Good pass catching back.
He had 5 catches, I think.
Yeah,
and he had that touchdown.
Yeah.
So see what I mean? Like Lamar extended that play, but Justice Hill knows where to be.
Yeah.
To be open.
They're playing like a unit. It really depends on their defense, though. They do have, I think, one of the worst pass defenses in the NFL for the first time ever.
Their secondary is not all that.
Which is really surprising because the Ravens rarely ever have a bad secondary or a bad defense.
Because I think 2 rookies. I think they all they have is like Marlon Humphrey back there. And I mean, obviously, their front seven.
And even him, he had that pick 6 against the Steelers.
Yeah.
We'll
Marlon Humphrey's a top 5 corner in the league.
But
their top 7 their front 7. Sorry, is always.
Oh, dude, it's always stacked.
Always down with Roquan Smith.
Stacked. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet seeing them going up against the Bills. I mean, the Bills obviously they destroyed Denver, but it's funny because when Denver scored first, the way they did it like so easy on that drive.
Troy Franklin.
I was like, bro, these guys like. It's gonna end up being a game, and then obviously they didn't score anything else the rest of the game.
That's actually crazy. Like
they scored
right away. They scored right away.
When I saw that, I was like, bro, this is about to be a game.
I got a text message from my buddy right away when they scored. Literally, he goes, "Man, that was too easy, too fast." Upset alert? Question mark.
Yeah, I was like,
man, this is going to be one of those nail biters that ends up in a field goal. Yeah, then after that, their offense just was non-existent because guess what? The Bills adjusted, brought pressure, and that's what you do when you have a rookie quarterback that's never been in the playoffs before. Especially, you get in his face, you rattle him a little bit, and it throws him off. And Josh Allen and that offense did what they always do, man.
No,
that QB pressure when it comes to a quarterback that's never been in the playoffs in that kind of atmosphere, especially in a place like Buffalo.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
It makes people crumble. Like you saw what happened to Sam Darnold. Same thing.
Oh yeah, Sam Darnold.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold.
The pressure. He was sacked 9 times.
Yeah. But I mean. I think obviously Bo Nix. I think they found their franchise. They found their franchise guy.
Bo Nix is a dog.
If they get a run game behind them,
they definitely need a running back.
I mean,
I'm so confused with that backfield.
I mean, they don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I mean,
I don't even think Sean Payton knows what's going on back there. No effect. Like I think in reality,
they just like wrote out the season. Like they definitely need to go get a running back.
Yeah, they have 3 really athletic running backs that are probably good number 2s.
Yeah, they're all just. I mean, like I think Javonte can be legit.
They need a real.
I think Jaleel can be more legit.
Jaleel McClellan,
very very quick, and his agility is crazy.
But if you get him in open space,
it's 3 running backs at random times, and whoever's. It's like the old Patriot way.
I think with them, their only need is running back.
That's what I'm saying. If they have a run game, that team will be.
You mean
scary.
offensively?
Both.
Oh, even defense.
Well, I mean,
they have one of the best defenses in the league, so I don't even think you need to touch their defense.
So
but their run game is just weak.
I saw something. I was looking at it the other day, and I think their defense has allowed they're in the top 5 for allowing the most yards, though. I mean, obviously they're not throwing PS2's way every play, or ever. But
I think they need a CB2 and a safety.
Yeah,
they need someone to be able to cover the deep ball.
They need a better. They might be lacking a linebacker and a safety.
Well, their edge rusher, they have Nick Benito.
That guy's a beast,
awesome.
man. Technically, he comes down as a linebacker because he's one of those outside guys that are like Khalil Mack and you know what? Obviously, they were a surprise. If I'm not mistaken, 3 teams made it out of the AFC West. Obviously, with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Being the division winner.
Yeah, KC Chargers.
The Chargers and the Broncos.
Jonathan Cooper's also a beast too.
That is true.
Number zero.
Zero, I believe it is.
Yep.
Yeah, they're 19th in
yards allowed.
Yards allowed. That's not too bad. It's not the best.
I mean,
it's middle of the pack.
It's in the middle, but I mean,
to me, the way I look at it, it's like it's a big stat too. But I also look at their turnover ratio, and like
course. It's not the only thing.
Here's the thing with Denver too. I don't know if you guys noticed it. A lot of the times they'll come out and look really, really solid on offense. Joe, can you look? What is their red zone efficiency? I feel like they're not that efficient in the red zone. I feel like they settle for a lot of field goals and leave a lot of points up on the board.
Yeah. But that's also has to do with the run game too. Yeah, the run game needs to be big.
A run game will open up play action. It'll open up a screen pass.
So that's where they at. So like
for the receivers,
their deep ball is already very strong because Bo Nix can throw a very nice deep ball to Troy Flanken, to Marvin Mims,
Cortland Sutton.
Like their deep ball is super strong. But when you establish that run game, that's when that deep ball gets even stronger.
Because commitment into the box, play action.
Yeah, now you got the safeties drop down.
Look what it's done to teams that run the ball well. Mm-hmm. The Ravens, the Chiefs when they're running the ball really well with the
Lions.
Yeah, obviously the Lions as well. When you're play actioning, the Lions love to play. Peyton Manning used to always play action on first down when they had great running backs like Edgerrin James and obviously, when you're play actioning and you're pulling the guys up, back in the day when Payne was at Denver, I believe was it No Sean Marino that was their running back back then?
They had a committee too.
But obviously they had some really strong runners, and when you get the respect of the run game, it opens up the whole playbook on offense, and I believe Denver will be much better with at least they need to go out there and get themselves a solid running back, and kind of figure out who their true number 2 is.
I feel like maybe going out and trying to get a veteran number 2 would be nice.
Yeah, because all those guys are young.
Take some off the plate of Cortland Sutton. It gives Bo Nix like another reliable target to go to, a proven target.
I mean,
because,
like
Jacob said, they're all young. It doesn't hurt. Never hurts to bring a vet.
But you got some dogs in the receiver. I'm not.
Oh man,
no, for sure.
You got some playmakers, man.
Cortland Sutton being your number. Yeah, Cortland Sutton being your number 1, and then you got Troy Flanken, Valet, and then Marvin Mims.
Marvin Mims come out of nowhere.
If you develop those 3, like you have a sick receiving core.
100%.
But the number one thing that develops young talent is veteran talent in the locker room.
Yeah.
So like bringing in that veterancy, even if they're like, I'm not saying they're gonna play every snap, but just having them on the sideline in practice in the facility, it helps those young guys.
But don't
forget,
the right Cortland Sutton's a 6-7 year vet.
Yeah, for sure.
He's already like kind of a vet there. I also think Julian McCuffin has the talent to potentially take over the backfield. I just don't think
I could see it.
He just needs the carries. I mean, they're not giving one person majority.
But I still don't. I could see him taking over a backfield, but I still don't see him being that like game changing running back.
Yeah. I honestly believe when they drafted Javonte Williams, there was so much because there's so much like hope in him being that guy.
I thought he was just going to be like a powerhouse. But it's funny because he's involved so much in the passing game out of the backfield,
which is so weird because I mean he was an athletic beast. I think he still hasn't recovered. He hasn't been the same since tore his ACL. He came out of that draft class, I believe, with Breece Hall, and I thought him and Breece Hall, everybody was making it such a big thing with Javonte, and I believe if you guys don't, I thought he was going to be really good at the same time, and I guess he just hasn't been the same since he blew his knee out.
That's his third year.
Yeah,
but it's a tough injury to come back from.
Of course,
tough, especially for a running back and one of that size.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, obviously now with the NFC, Philly. They beat Green Bay. That was just a weird game. I thought it would have been way more back and forth than it was, but
too many injuries for Green Bay.
Too many injuries for Green Bay, but it's funny because even on offense, like it looked like Philly wasn't like the way Green Bay played. Like Philly should have destroyed them on the offense.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, how much did they score? Like
I just feel like Philly wasn't even
16,
trying.
17?
Oh, Green Bay scored 10.
Literally, that's the best way to explain it. I feel like Philly didn't even show up to play.
22-10, like.
Yeah.
Saquon obviously could have had that last touchdown.
Even that 22 came.
Remember what I said, guys?
Yeah.
When a quarterback hasn't
22.
played in a couple weeks, he comes back and he's not. It's not that easy to just put it in full force, full throttle right away.
Yeah.
But honestly, I do think Green Bay's defense did a good job of bend, not break. The only problem was their offense broke the whole game.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love is still playing hurt.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I
don't think he's.
It's not even just playing hurt. You guys, Romeo Doubs left the game in the beginning of the third quarter, and then the next drive, Jaden Reed left the game. So who are your receivers? Bo Melton.
No Christian Watson
already.
Here's the thing.
So who are you gonna throw the ball to?
I think Jordan Love's been hurt way before.
He's been hurt all year.
Yeah, he's been hurt all year.
Well, he got hurt initially in that first game in Brazil, right?
The knee, and then he had a problem with his hip,
shoulder,
and his shoulder. He's just been bunch of banged up, and that's what happens because again, I think Green Bay's offensive line is not as great as it's been in the past, but they had a chance to win that game still. Obviously, with the injuries catching up to them, that kind of like
I think if Dobbs and Jaden Reed don't get hurt,
that was a completely different game.
Completely, because they were driving when they were still on the field. They were driving and moving.
Yeah.
But then like when you have fourth and fifth string receivers
playing number 1 and number 2,
they're going against Darius Slay and Quinyon Mitchell, like. They're not going to get separation.
Darius Slay got hurt in that game too.
Yeah.
He
didn't have a pick.
Darius Slay got hurt. Their linebacker,
N'Kobe Dean.
He's hurt. I think he's
out for the year.
Yeah, for the year.
Knee injury.
But here's the thing too. When looking at it, Green Bay just everything went wrong for them. Yeah. They had a drive early in the game. They missed a field goal to make it 10-3. They would have headed into to half at 10-6. It was just a bad day to be Green Bay. The season caught up to them.
They're still a developing team.
They're young.
They are a developing team, but
still did his thing.
Yeah, Jacobs is a beast.
81 yards and a touchdown.
That guy runs so hard,
and he had that sick ass. Was a 31-yard touchdown?
Dragged like 4 yards.
They initially called it a touchdown. They called him back down. They fed him the ball again. He walked right in.
Yeah, but AJ Brown only 1 catch, 10 yards. He had 2 targets. And then you saw on the sideline
2 targets. Don't
he was reading a book.
Over there.
George Pickens. George Pickens is better.
Yeah. Did you guys see that the sales of that book went up like 5 million%?
53 million.
53 million.
53 million%.
That's insane.
The storyline
was recorded like reading.
I don't even know how you go that.
What's the name of the book? What's it about?
It's called.
It's like an inspirational book.
Yeah.
This guy's reading a book about motivation in the middle of a game that he's not getting thrown to.
I don't know if it's. I really don't.
There's
think
a problem in
like
Philadelphia. By the way,
obviously he has his diva moments. He's known as being.
I feel like every receiver is gonna have.
Every receiver is a diva
for sure.
Everybody wants their time.
But at the same time, like, and I think Jalen Hurts, low-key, was kind of annoyed by it because he mentioned something I've never seen him read.
Him and Jalen Hurts do not get along.
I don't know what it is.
It's been there. It's been there, and it always will be there.
Obviously, he's frustrated not getting the ball. They're winning. Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, you should just care about your team winning. Number 1. But like, if that's something that frustrates him, he was like, I feel like he was doing it to legitimately just calm himself down.
Maybe.
For sure.
Yeah, people like to read to like bring themselves down and relax.
Just so he doesn't go off on one of his coaches. Doesn't go off on Jalen Hurts. Like for sure, he's the one that causes scene.
I know he's a diva. Like I said, I think all receivers do have diva in them, some more than others. But I truly do think that AJ Brown, like, tries not to be.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying he's 100%. Oh, he's never a diva, but like I said, I think he legitimately was reading that book just to relax.
Yeah, I think so too.
And then even after there was a mic'd up like NFL clip that I saw on Instagram. At the end of the game when Saquon broke off that run and slid.
Yeah.
AJ Brown and Devonta Smith were like, "Why don't you keep running, man? Why'd you?" And they're like clowning, laughing, like hugging. So like they're all in good moods. I just feel like as a top tier receiver, it's frustrating when your offense is like slacking the way 3/4 through the game, and you got 2 targets.
Yeah, I think no matter what, I mean, the way that they're winning the game, obviously, it was still a dominant performance just by how much they scored. But at the same time, when you're a top guy, you want to be a part of the game. You want to contribute to the win.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah. But I just feel like that game, the Eagles were just on like simulation mode.
Yeah,
they're just like simulating the rest of the game.
They weren't in full force.
It was even a fun game.
I think they just wanted to end the game and win and get on to the next round. That way they can prep and kind of get back in sync. I think we'll see a different Eagles team this week. We better, or else they're in trouble.
Yeah,
because
the Rams are
the snow and Matthew Stafford are both on their way.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And we know how
Rams
are
on fire.
Yeah, Rams are on fire. Their defense is so sick.
I said this.
Scary team to play.
That is the one team that I, believe it or not, man, it's like the stars are aligned. It's crazy. The stars are aligned.
Oh yeah, me and Jake were talking about a storyline the other day.
Rams Lions.
One like obviously the Stafford storyline, the Goff storyline, but with Stafford being the one to like potentially stop the Lions from going to their first Super Bowl. The Lions going to their first Super Bowl by stopping their former quarterback from making it to the Super Bowl. The whole LA fires going on. There's just all these storylines like align, and just it's like it sounds like a movie.
Literally, yeah. I mean, and then that was one that I think Jacob was the only one that picked the Vikings.
Me and Danny both did.
You and Danny both.
And I don't know why I did. Like I don't understand. But I just don't listen to myself. But
yeah, I mean, and it was obviously Sam Darnold. These are the 2 games he needed to show up. Obviously, didn't. And I mean, I don't know if I would call it a fluke season because he still played a hell of a season. I mean, there were games, bro, where like the way he's getting Justin Jefferson and Addison the ball and like the plays that were being made, obviously, but I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back or not. I
don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think.
You think they let him go?
I think, I saw some landing spots for him, but I mean, I think they're gonna rely on
JJ.
No, Daniel Jones.
No
way. Really, you think so?
I mean, if
maybe
JJ might not stay either.
Well, I was hearing that they might trade JJ because of plans to keep Darnold. But if
I was reading something earlier. It said at first, I guess they were open to listening to offers for JJ McCarthy, but as of recent, they've said it's off because there were some teams that like kind of chimed in. I think they said he's off the table, especially when you have a quarterback that's obviously a rookie.
I want to see what he can do. I think he'll be just fine. It just sucks that he had to get injured just like that before the season.
But do you think if he plays the season, do you think they have the season that they have?
I don't know.
That's hard.
It's really hard.
That's
to say.
hard.
It's a tough thing.
That's
hard.
It's
a tough
really hard to say.
It's a tough.
I'll tell you one thing.
With the playmakers they have on their team, maybe. They at least make the playoffs.
I think they at least.
But do you think Sam Darnold did what he did in the regular season because, like with all things considered and like his skill level and the ups and downs and all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, he's still a veteran quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, you've seen more.
I just think it's more of a system thing. I think Kevin O'Connell's a genius, and they're surrounded by great playmakers. Aaron Jones.
I think he'll
Aaron
succeed,
Jones,
but
Jefferson,
I'm saying, is he going to be as successful?
I think it'll be more successful with JJ McCarthy.
More than 14 wins?
I mean,
it's tough to get more successful.
I'm gonna be really honest.
They make the playoffs.
The 14 wins. The 14 was really successill, but their defense is one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, I get it.
They're a good
games, but I think
their defense is a good run defense. I think their secondary is terrible.
Yeah,
I think their one side of the secondary is good. Where you see, like, their safeties. Look, Josh Metellus, I believe, was a 4th or a 6th rounder. I watched him all 4 years that were, for the time that he was at Michigan. He was a linebacker at a point, more of like a guy that comes in the box.
Smith is a beast.
Harrison Smith, obviously, you got a savvy veteran that's very pesky to deal with.
He said it was the best Vikings team he's played for.
That's so a lot of the
they
guys
were really like if you look at him paper wise, season success wise, like they fell short at the end. The game against the Lions, they fell apart. The wild card round, they fell apart. But other than that, like. In recent memory, there hasn't been a Vikings team that good.
14 wins.
14 wins, and then obviously here's the thing to think about too. I heard a couple of their other players say, man, like they just developed a very strong bond together, and that's what you want in a team. But I also did hear that Kevin O'Connell said that he pretty much told Sam Darnold, like, thank you, and that's pretty much it. I do believe that, again, he was rattled by pressure. Like Leo said, he was sacked 9 times. He fumbled the ball. It was a scoop and score. Now, there was a play in the game where Stafford looked like he fumbled, and they called it back. Would that have swung momentum? Would have changed it? It was early on. Who knows? But, man, Stafford was on one. The Rams look really good. Yeah. That's a team that I do not want to play because we've beaten them 2 times in a row. We bounced them last year. We beat them week 1 this year in overtime.
We barely beat them last year.
I really don't want to deal with that team, dude.
Yeah.
Both games are super close.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, with obviously, I think Commanders obviously winning is huge. I think that's what you want. You want the Lions to play the Commanders
for sure.
But I mean, at the same time, it's gonna be. I mean, it's the highest total out of all 4 games, 55.5. So and 30. I think 32.5 of it is the Lions. So it's gonna be a shootout. I mean, either way, I think. Washington's going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, the Commanders is their first playoff win in 19 years. And what's his name is awesome, bro.
Jaden Daniels?
No, yeah, Jaden Daniels. What's their what's their head coach's name?
Oh, Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Yeah.
Former coach of
Dan Quinn for sure.
Falcons.
But Cliff Kingsbury is a secret weapon over there.
Yeah.
I think he's a great offensive mind. He was a great offensive-minded head coach when he was in USC. When he was at USC, he was a decent offensive-minded coach again when he was at Arizona. I just really don't think Cliff Kingsbury is a good head coach kind of guy because again his name is being mentioned again. But maybe it was just a situation because when he was in Arizona, they were so bad. When he left, he like disappeared. He like did not want to be seen. He was like upset. Maybe it was just a situation in Arizona. But again, he lost his
franchise quarterback for a year. So what are you gonna?
That is true.
That is your franchise quarterback torn ACL. What are you gonna do? Your season's done.
Yeah, I am. I am excited to see how they play. Everybody thinks it's going to be a blowout, but here's something that frightens me again. Dan Campbell said that Jaden Daniels does not play like a rookie quarterback, and he doesn't. He does not.
You got to put pressure on him.
You have to pressure him. And I think Aaron Glenn will do a good job of blitzing the safeties and doing some different disguises. But what worries me is there's guys like Olamide Zaccheaus. It's not just Terry McLaurin. It's Olamide Zaccheaus.
Zach Ertz.
De'Ami Brown.
Zach
Ertz.
They have weapons on offense for sure.
Here's the thing, though. The Lions are going to play their game. And their game is smash, pound, and control the clock. That's how they're going to blow this team out. You beat them up. You keep punching them.
What some people are calling the Lions fans is the new 12th man for the Seahawks.
Oh, it's gonna.
So like that's not going to help Jaden Daniels at all.
I saw a video, guys. I saw a video today. So I don't know. I guess and look, I like Dan Quinn. I think he's a very good head coach. Been to the Super Bowl, helped Matt Ryan win an MVP before. Obviously, if it wasn't for Tom Brady doing Tom Brady things, they would have been Super Bowl champions. And then he was a great defensive coordinator in Dallas. And now he's doing a great thing here with the Washington Commanders. He decided to take a Matt Patricia approach and have these guys practice outside. I don't know who wants to call him and tell him we don't play outside. But obviously, whatever, by all means, I get it. I guess he's trying to make them more mentally prepared. You're screwing your team. I saw a video today where they had Jaden Daniels listening to like he was like taking snaps in like a loud environment. Mm-hmm. There is nothing that is louder than Ford Field on a Saturday in the playoffs in the middle of January. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I know I'm not going to be wrong about this. I can guarantee this. That's how positive I am about this. Both David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs will have over 100 all-purpose yards. Well over 100, and the Lions are going to smoke the doors off of them. And by probably the end of the third quarter, towards the fourth quarter, I do think our backups are going to take some snaps in this game because that's how positive I am that we're going to blow the doors off this team.
Yeah. I was thinking earlier, because now with Montgomery coming back into this game, right? Do they go back to the regular season?
No, I don't think so.
No. He made a comment about it today. He said, "This is Jahmyr's backfield, and I'm just here to do whatever I can to help."
I don't think they would do that anymore.
No, they're riding the hot hand.
You ride the hot hand. It doesn't make sense.
Not just the hot hand. I think
you don't want to put him in a position to get hurt in
exactly.
case something happens. Like God forbid,
What did they say? It ended up being a bruise.
He was practicing with no brace on.
So regardless of if it's a serious injury or not, I think they'll still ease him in. I think he's going to be used a lot in the goal line for sure.
Goal line for sure.
Goal
line
and short distance.
Yeah, short distance goal line. But Jahmyr is gonna out carry him for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you give the ball to Jahmyr against 100%. This joke of a run defense that they have in Washington?
I mean, Bucky Irving was averaging what, 6 yards a carry?
Yeah, but they want Detroit. They want Detroit. Let them want us.
I saw that video. The fans want saying, "Oh, we want to
go
Detroit.
home.
We want to." I'm like, okay.
They're about to get bounced.
We'll see it.
I'm letting you guys know
it's
about to be real special. This is the last hurrah.
So speaking of the Commanders, Terry McLaurin, love the guy.
Dog.
Yeah, love the guy. I got a game.
God,
we're gonna play King of the Field. Okay, so
King of the Field.
King of the Field.
Explain. I'm gonna start off with Terry McLaurin and another receiver. Okay, the winner between them two will move on, and I'll name more receivers as we go.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. So first one, Terry McLaurin and Jacoby Myers.
Terry McLaurin.
Wait, how does this go?
So so you said Terry McLaurin. He's gonna move on to the next round. And we'll give you another receiver.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you pick the other receiver, then that one moves on against somebody else.
Now it is 100% Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
But Jacoby Myers
is pretty damn good.
He had a hell of a year for having no solid.
He did.
He had
at the same time, he had absolutely nobody else to throw to on that. Well, besides Brock Bowers.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm starting it off light, but 100% it's Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy.
Or Terry McLaurin.
I love
Jerry Jeudy. I'm a Jerry guy. But I'm taking Terry McLaurin.
Tough
Terry
one,
McLaurin,
right?
man.
Terry McLaurin. I mean, the back half of that season, Jerry Jeudy just went ballistic.
But it's not even in Denver. He's had good years.
100%.
He's had good years.
I would still say Terry McLaurin.
Well, look at his college. What do you expect?
You 100% get more consistent play out of Terry McLaurin, and the consistent play is just like higher than Jerry Jeudy's.
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I say Terry.
I say Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin or Zay Flowers.
Terry McLaurin.
My boy Zay, but I love Terry. I mean,
Terry McLaurin, I'll tell you why. Because Terry McLaurin can go up and get the ball. Zay Flowers got to be open.
Yeah.
That touchdown Terry McLaurin had against what do you call it?
Against the Bucks?
Bucks?
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Jaden Daniels threw it up there.
Yeah.
And then Terry McLaurin boxed his defender out and caught it.
Yeah, his jump ball ability is slept on. It is slept on.
Very slept on. For a small receiver, so slept on.
Yeah, 100%.
Too bad.
Terry McLaurin or JSN?
JSN.
That's a tough one.
You're asking these hard questions now, Joe.
I know it's getting harder as the ladder goes.
I gotta go JSN.
I'm going JSN.
Gotta go JSN.
Both Ohio State guys.
Yeah, both Ohio State
guys. JSN.
That's tough. I think I'm leaning more towards JSN, especially with like a little bit of him being younger. He's really starting to take over as WR1. I think as the years go on.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah, JSN's awesome. Okay, so we'll agree JSN. So JSN
very similar receivers.
And it's very close.
It is very close. And they both have very strong jump balls, and they're both always open. So it's super close.
Yeah.
For the type of receiver they are, they can go up and get.
They're
the ball.
very similar receivers.
Yeah.
Okay, so JSN or DJ Moore?
JSN.
Nope. DJ Moore.
JSN.
It's not
JSN.
DJ
Moore.
Really?
I'm telling you this right now,
DJ
dude.
Moore
People
legit,
do not
bro.
see this.
DJ
Moore
awesome.
is a very athletic player. He reminds me, the Debo factor. He's just as good as Debo.
JSN.
Yeah, I'm taking
JSN is not even a doubt of my mind. We're closer with Terry McLaurin.
DJ S'more.
It's tough. I think I lean JSN, but it is very close.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore is a great player.
DJ Moore.
But I think
maybe
JSN is better.
Close, but
JSN, no doubt in my mind.
I say JSN.
DJ Moore.
Well, you're outnumbered, so
yeah, the majority.
JSN's gonna move on.
Yeah, you guys picked the wrong player again.
JSN or Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson.
I don't know, guys.
Garrett Wilson. It's just this Ohio State receiver show.
Because
I can't put LSU. It wouldn't be fair.
Yeah, you're right. Mike Sanders just locked them all up.
Listen, if you're
I'd say Garrett Wilson.
Who was the Jets quarterback last year?
Zach
Wilson.
No, man.
Mike White.
Mike White. if you're getting 1,000 receiving yards with Zach Wilson and Mike White,
brother.
You're doing something right.
He's like Jetta. No matter who his quarterback
but
is,
at the same time,
they
had nobody else to throw to. Who else are they going to throw to? It's the same thing with Jacoby Myers.
Doesn't matter.
Joe, please, Tyler Conklin.
Doesn't matter.
It's the same thing as the Jacoby Myers thing in Vegas.
Nope. Okay, what about this year?
All right, hold on.
Joe, what are these people?
Let me flip.
What about his Michael Jordan Jumpman catch?
Hold on, dude.
Bro.
Let me flip this. Let me flip the script. Dude, look at the receivers that are around JSN.
Yeah, it's exactly. What are you trying
to say? Are you trying to say DK and Tyler Lockett, and they have AJ Barner, and they have a great running back that can catch the ball out of the backfield, and Zach Charbonnet.
Tyler Lockett is done.
You're saying he's producing
DK wasn't playing for like 8 weeks.
I'm just saying you're using the example of the players around him. I understand that, but who was around Garrett Wilson last year, and he still was a dog?
He's using my argument in the other way around.
Yeah, because it's not that easy when you have nobody to throw around you. A team you're telling me can just double you, and then that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
He's making plays.
It's Garrett Wilson.
It's Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, if you're by yourself, arguably you're even
better. It's harder.
Yeah, it's harder because you
double
have
coverage.
one focus.
But to rebuttal that, the offense is just going to scheme around you.
Listen, I'm just upset that you.
Yeah, you're gonna get more opportunities. Like last year, he would get sometimes 16, 17 targets in a game.
That's what I'm saying about 16, 17 targets.
But still, you got having 12, 13 catches.
Yeah, but 12,
catching 13 out of your 17 targets. Come on now.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong.
Where's
the guy's
Stephen
a beast. The guy's a beast. Don't get me wrong. But I just think JSN is better.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I mean, that's your opinion.
And
JSN doesn't move on.
What time are they both playing in Cancun?
That's fine. You guys are wrong, but that's fine.
What time are they both playing in Cancun this weekend?
I swear.
Wow, they're the lucky ones.
I swear. Suckers.
I got to deal with 5-degree weather like we do.
Literally, bro.
It's cold as.
I'm trying to go to Cancun.
All right. So Garrett Wilson moves on. Garrett Wilson or his teammate Devontae Adams?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, Garrett Wilson.
Devontae's
going back to the Packers.
I saw that. I saw there's like interest in like the Packers wanting to bring
I
him
would
back.
love that.
He wants to lose to the Lions twice a year.
Him and Jordan Love would be a sick ass connection.
Yeah, it would be. It would be a very good combination.
Too bad he would have to lose his starting job to Jaden Reed.
Enough with Jaden Reed.
I mean, that's not even the worst part. He's signing up to come to lose to the Lions again twice a year.
That's not happening.
Why does he just come to the Lions?
Because you know what? I would love these things, Dylan, but these things just don't happen.
That about every receiver.
I asked that about every player.
I'm sorry, but not every player can come to the Lions.
They all need to come here.
Every single superstar that has any slight chance of leaving their team is coming to the Lions.
I mean, they're not always a fit. They don't have the grit. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not for everybody. This is not something that everybody can do.
On this one, what'd you say?
Garrett Wilson moved on.
Everyone said Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I got you.
Garrett Wilson or Drake London?
God,
give me Drake.
Wow,
give me Drake.
Wow, I love both guys.
I do too, but give me Drake London.
Drake London had a better year for sure.
This is hard.
It's tough, man. Drake London is legit.
Give me Garrett Wilson.
Give me Drake London.
I'm shocked.
For one reason.
It's really hard.
He is a big body receiver that can just go up and get
the
it.
Ball, bro.
Like, because he used to play basketball.
Yeah.
So he knows how to box out, and he's what, 6'5"?
Yeah, he's huge.
Now that's a player that might
6'5".
come to the Lions. Drake London.
No.
I don't care what he said.
Not everybody just gets to come to the Lions.
They're not gonna. They just got Michael Penix that balled out for the last 3-4 weeks of the year. They're not gonna break up Michael Penix and Drake London.
You want to win?
Kyle Pitts to the Lions?
I'm done. I'm gonna go. I don't want Eric Ebron 2.75 to come to the Detroit Lions.
Don't disrespect Kyle Pitts like that.
He was the 4th pick in the draft.
I don't care what he was. He's a monster.
Yeah, a monster that's in his own way.
He's a monster.
I'm so sick.
He's a monster.
I'm so sick of hearing a generational talent.
He's a generational talent.
And what is everybody a generational talent to you?
Like, I'm so sick of hearing.
Give me Sam Laporta and Brock Wright,
guys.
bro.
Look. His first year he scored 1 touchdown. His second year scored 2.
It's
third
the
year,
volume.
3. He's on pace to score 24 touchdowns in his 24th year, Dylan.
What kind of stupid stats?
It's the volume. He doesn't get the volume. He needs the volume.
I don't know how we got to Kyle Pitts.
I swear, just turn up the volume, turn down the volume.
That whole
good job.
That whole targets discussion has to stop.
No,
there has to be a reason he's not getting targets.
No,
Kyle Pitts is ass.
First they said it was Arthur Smith.
Yes.
Then they said it was Kirk Cousins. Then they said it was Michael Penix.
It's a run happy offense. They just run too much.
Drake London had like 1,300 yards.
Drake London's just a monster.
Drake London.
How about my boy that's on that team too?
Talent like Kyle Pitts.
Darnell Mooney too.
Stop disrespecting Kyle Pitts.
Darnell had a better year. Darnell Mooney.
Shout out Darnell Mooney.
Ray McLeod.
Ray
McLeod out the backfield,
all these players
bro.
had a better season.
I'm telling you guys, Kyle Pitts.
Anyway,
he's just a villain all over the news.
I'm gonna say right now, Drake London. I think Garrett Wilson.
Very close.
It's very close.
I'm better than both of them.
Forth, but I'll say Drake London just based on this year alone. Drake London or AJ Brown?
AJ Brown. Shut that look off your face.
You're gonna be the one guy. You're gonna be that guy.
Okay, you lost.
Okay, we get you don't like the guy. But
I don't like AJ Brown.
What did he do? Pee in your Cheerios or something?
1 catch, 10 yards. Are you serious?
He didn't have to do anything.
I don't care. Go look at other games of the year.
So what happens when Kyle Pitts gets 1 catch?
No, Kyle Pitts is not a comparison to the situation.
You're right. He's just too busy dropping open touchdown passes.
Name me a top 10 receiver right now that has 1 catch for 10 yards in the game.
Jordan Addison had 0 for 0 against the Lions.
Jordan Addison is not a top 10 receiver.
He's a top 1 receiver.
Name me a top 10 receiver that gets 2 targets in a game.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Facts.
Exactly.
I don't care.
Your boy GP, that's a top 10 receiver, had 6 targets, caught 1 of them for 0 yards.
It was a buff
I'm
game.
gonna defend you here.
AJ Brown all game.
5 for 87 touchdown.
Look, last year, okay, I know it's
in the playoff game.
In the past, when George Pickens was targeted 8 or more times, he had over 100 receiving yards and a touchdown in every game.
Best hands in the league.
Targeted over 8 times?
Slow down.
If that game he was targeted 8 times or more, which I think
after
it was
Amon-Ra, I take that back.
It's around 5
He doesn't have the best hands in the league. He just had a game coming off in the cold where he dropped everything. He couldn't even catch a cold.
But
best hands in the league.
No.
Besides Amon-Ra St. Brown.
No.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is the best hands in the league.
I have the best hands.
But George Pickens is just a monster. He's a beast.
I'm not telling you he sucks.
Every single catch, nobody.
Back to George Pickens.
All hands.
I swear,
not even on the list.
I swear.
Sorry, Joe. But wait, I lost AJ Brown, right?
Yeah. So AJ Brown
catch for 10
because you're wrong.
AJ Brown won King of the Hill. I mean, I saved.
There you go, baby.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Well, I
want overtime round.
There's nothing. It doesn't go this way.
AJ Brown
Who
seriously
has
has to
to
win.
AJ Brown's with George Pickens?
George Pickens?
You
I'll
lost.
get you next time. I'll get you next time on another one.
GPJ, you didn't put him on there.
Joe's gonna set it up for GP to win.
I'm gonna set it up for you. Don't worry.
He's gonna rig it.
GP and like fucking Ray McLeod is lost.
Ray McLeod better than Kyle Pitts.
Did you guys know that Amari Cooper led the NFL in drops this year? Now that you mentioned
what happened to that guy?
That guy fell off.
We'll get to him because we're gonna talk about the divisional. We're gonna talk about the divisional rounds now. So, Houston at KC. KC is favored by 8.5, and the total is set to 41.5. Both defenses in the game, I mean, they're both solid defenses, obviously. So, I mean, I think that Mahomes is going to come out slinging the ball, personally. I think they're gonna rely a lot on the pass game.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be spread, just like how they normally do, especially in the playoffs. Like, it's going to go everywhere.
Yeah. KC, what they remind me of is like LeBron in the NBA. I think we talked about this last week. But their regular season is just on like simulation mode. It's on neutral.
Autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. That's the word I'm looking for. It's autopilot. Control. They just chill, and then that's when they turn it up. When you go back to back, you have to turn it up in the playoffs. So like I agree. I think we're gonna see a KC offense that we haven't seen all year.
100%. 100%.
And their defense has been there all year.
So we'll just do our picks as we go through the games. I mean.
Oh yeah. Okay, got you.
Am
I first?
Yeah, I mean Houston, KC.
Just because I'm in the lead.
Yeah, you're
got you.
Not for much longer.
God, he has to mention.
Yeah,
that.
we'll say that. Sure, you're in the lead.
All right, so obviously Chiefs over Texans.
Chiefs, yeah, okay, all right.
And then am I still going?
No, we'll do it as we talk about each game. I got the Chiefs too.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with the Chiefs too. This guy's looking like he's gonna say the Texans just to say it.
Please don't do it.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that.
But then if he says it and then it happens,
then we're never gonna hear the end of it.
You guys think I was like dropped on my head or something? Go ahead and give me the Kansas City Chiefs. I understand the Texans are coming off of a big win.
Cover, though? You think
I think the game is going to be closer than everybody thinks.
The Chiefs are the worst team at covering the spread, by the way.
I understand, 100%. And I also do think that
just with the Chiefs all year, I mean, every single game has been close.
Here's my thing.
Double-digit wins. And
here's my thing.
Plus, it's a good defense.
If Houston relies way too much and leaves their offense on the field for too long, they're in trouble. Or their defense, I'm sorry. If they rely on their defense too much and leave them on the field for too long, they're in trouble. Obviously, I understand a win the way that they just won could be like very great for momentum.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it. I think the Texans, I think they need to fire their offensive coordinator at the end of the year. That's something I said when they played the Lions too. And
I just don't think the Chiefs have an answer for Nico Collins, like in the secondary.
Yeah, but they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way because Andy Reid always finds a way. Man.
Trent McDuffie's a beast, but I don't think anybody can cover Nico Collins.
I think the Texans' downfall is going to be their offensive line and playing in Arrowhead.
And
if you have a bad offensive line playing in like a a hostile environment,
yeah.
Cold,
and then not to mention
it ain't cold in Houston.
Not to mention one. It's not cold in Houston, and they play in a dome
in Texas,
and they play in a dome.
They play in a dome.
They're a dome team. But no, one thing I do want to say, they might not have an answer for Nico Collins, but I don't think they can lean on Nico too much. They have to run the ball, and I don't think they're going to be able to against that front seven.
Yeah, their front
they have
seven
a very good front seven. The Kansas City Chiefs.
I think Chris Jones.
Shout out to Chris Jones.
Mike Bolton,
Mike Dana.
So the next game, Commanders at Lions. This is the biggest favorite out of all four games. The biggest total as well, the highest total. 55.5.
It's also the most expensive ticket in NFC playoff history.
Minus 9.5. So Lions are favored 9.5 by 9.5 points.
Yeah, I mean, you got to go Lions. I think this is where Jaden Daniels is like I don't want to say miracle season, but like his amazing season comes to an end because it's going to be too much as far as like playing in Ford Field and.
Offensive rookie of the year comes to an end.
Like we have a good defense now because we have Alex Anzalone back. We got a couple more pieces back, but I don't think I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to have an answer for us.
I don't think so. I think the Lions actually will win by more. I think it'll be by 14.
Well,
but at the end of the day, obviously you don't want to go out on a loss. Like you don't play to lose. But Jaden Daniels to take the team to the playoffs. I mean,
win a playoff game.
They won a playoff
as a rookie.
Game in
they beat
a
division winner.
So. Yeah, I mean, either way, but
definitely not going to be like a down season on the Commanders' part.
No.
You still
I wouldn't consider this a failed season.
No, of course not. When you go to the divisional round and you lose to the best team arguably the best team in the league, definitely the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
That's you can't be mad at that.
But Lions offense is obviously just going to be everywhere. They're going to do literally whatever they want to do basically against this team.
Yeah, if the Bucks are doing whatever they want, Bucky Irving, the Lions
will do whatever they want.
Bucky Irving was averaging 5-6 yards a carry.
Yeah, the Lions are just gonna demolish on that.
Yeah, Bucky Irving's a dog. What do you think is gonna happen with this Lions run game
with
Jameer?
If
they don't
Bucky
even
Irving
need.
is
They don't
averaging
even
that
need
much.
Montgomery. They don't need Montgomery.
Yeah, they'll put me back. They'll average 3.
I can literally guard if they need one.
Craig Reynolds.
Go ahead, Lions super fan.
Shout out Craig.
I have to make a pick. I mean, obviously, I'm going to take the commit. No, I'm kidding. There's no chance.
Yeah.
The way I think this game is going to start, it's going to be the Commanders are going to come out swinging right away. If they
just end up on a Commanders hype video.
I swear to God, I swear it's going to happen.
We're going to be. I swear, we're going to get clowned.
Throw the crying Jordan face on my
like,
head already. But I think the game's going to play out this way. If the Commanders do get the ball first, I think they will score on their first drive. I do. And if they don't, then guess what? They're not going to score at all the whole game. The Lions are one of the only team to allow no points 4 times, no touchdowns in 4 games. And obviously they just came off of playing one of their better defensive games in the second half of the season since all the injuries against the Vikings. They broke Sam Darnold, obviously again. But here's my thing. Like I said, I mean, look at the odds in Vegas. They're giving you. There's a better chance of, I believe it was Iokivaki and Craig Reynolds of scoring a touchdown than Zach Ertz. The odds are better for Iokivaki to score a touchdown.
Or just Craig Reynolds.
Or Craig Reynolds to score a touchdown.
Craig Reynolds,
that's
third string running back.
Yeah, Craig Reynolds is going to be a special teamer this week.
Craig.
Jameer was -4 something.
But you know why they said that about Craig?
That's the craziest.
You know why they say that about Craig Reynolds? Because they did this last year too when we played against. I think it was the Bucks or it was the Bucks. They threw Jahmyr Gibbs and Montgomery on the bench and gave the ball to Craig Reynolds to score a touchdown. With the game when it was close.
Yeah.
So I honestly, I see us. Vegas thinks it's going to be a blowout. Everybody's taking the Lions. Obviously, give me the Lions
on that one.
Yeah. So obviously clean sweep. So this game is. This next one obviously is Baltimore at Buffalo is weird. The line is set for Baltimore -1.5 in Buffalo. So they're favored to win by.
But do you think that's because they did play in the regular season and Baltimore did win that?
Yes, I think they're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Fishy at all? It is weird, obviously being just that it's a playoff atmosphere. Yeah. So, but I mean, I think it's gonna be a crazy game. It's the second highest total on the slate.
You don't think that's like fishy that they're at home playoffs?
It's not by a lot. That's why.
If it was like 2 or 3,
if it was like by 3,
that would be bad.
Or it would just been like, what's going on here? But like 1.5, I mean, is fair enough.
So. I mean,
it's a tough one.
To me, that's the toughest game. This is. I really hope it just lives up to the hype.
The hardest one to predict.
100%.
100%. What do you think, Dill?
I don't know, man, on this one.
I will have to go with Baltimore.
It's tough
because of the defense.
Yeah,
I think Baltimore has a better defense than Buffalo. I think Josh Allen will get his. Lamar will get his. But at the end of the day, I think that Baltimore's defense will cause pressures and turnovers, and that'll be the difference maker in this game.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I want to lean Baltimore. I'm gonna still pick the Bills. I'm just gonna rock with Josh Allen. I think
riding with your guy.
I'm just gonna ride with Josh Allen. I mean, if the Bills lose, obviously I'm not surprised. I think this game literally could go either way, but. The thing that scares me is if Baltimore plays the way they did against Pittsburgh, like just the exact same way, it'll be really hard for Buffalo to win. The thing is Buffalo's offense is obviously so electric. I mean, they're able to move the ball easily. Josh Allen, James Cook. Mm-hmm. The thing that's weird is obviously their receivers. I mean, like they're getting Khalil Shakir easy. It's easy to get the ball moving. I think he's up there too in yards per catch. But I don't know. They're other than Josh Allen, like it's hard. I mean, with
Baltimore, I just think that those DBs for Baltimore are just too big and physical for the Bills as receivers.
Yeah, and then the ops. I mean, the Bills secondary is not good.
It's not. Yeah, but
I'll lean Bills just for the sake of it. I'll go Bills.
Well,
yeah, you go ahead, Jake. I'll go after you.
Okay. I really hope this game lives up to the hype, man. I really do. This is probably going to be the best game of the weekend. Yeah. Possibly.
On paper, it
should be. I still think there's a good chance that the Eagles and Rams game might be even better.
That's
just as equivalent. But my pick here is going to be the slight edge Baltimore, just because of the secondary issues. If it's with the Bills. But here's the thing: how's the weather looking that night?
I don't think it really matters because both teams are both teams are used to
I'm not saying like Lamar can't play in the cold, but you guys know when it gets snowy and rainy, you're not gonna be able to. Well, especially
but what are you gonna do? Run the ball?
You're not gonna be able to pass the ball.
You have Lamar and Derrick Henry running the ball.
I understand that.
It doesn't get better than that. And then you have Josh Allen, James Cook.
If I'm the Buffalo Bills, I am dissecting the game film from the first time that the Steelers played the Ravens, and they were able to actually not shut down the run game, but minuscule the run game as much as possible. Then this is another thing for the Bills. If their key to win this game is to control time of possession.
Yeah, but here's how the leader right now, because I'm 5-1 in picks.
Yeah.
So here's how I'm gonna dissect this. Right now, say it is bad weather or whatever.
Blind squirrels get their nuts once in a while too.
Say it is bad weather right now. You can't run the ball. Okay, give me Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry against the Bills' front seven all day over Josh Allen and James Cook over Baltimore front seven.
Fair,
I don't know.
Baltimore's got a better front seven.
Again, it goes back to my theory that Lamar needs to do it against the good teams too. And I'm not taking anything away from Lamar. I think they win this game, but we have to see the version of Lamar that we're seeing against the latter half of the teams. Mm-hmm. That we need to see him do this against Buffalo and Kansas City. He did it last year. Then he got to Kansas City and broke. He was broken. Okay, can't have that.
For me, I mean, you see, I'm rocking the purple.
Ray.
Shout out Ray, the greatest to ever do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm riding with MV3, as you guys know. That's my pick. But I think, and that just
MV3
because it's not.
I don't know why I thought of Martavis Bryant when I
thought of Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Oh, MVS. Shout out MVS.
Everything's a touchdown with that guy.
Just to piggyback off of your guys' point about the defense, is just like both great offenses. Both are going to have like
both
easy. Both will eat, like you said, but it just the Ravens' defense is better. So they're just going to get that one extra stop, those two extra stops.
Unless they're off.
And then at the end of the game is just going to be.
Buffalo's defense, the way they played against like Detroit and the way I don't think they're that good.
Yeah, they're not.
I even think if Buffalo played us with Anzalone, that game doesn't go that way.
Oh yeah, because they ran all over us. Our biggest issue in that game,
Johnson was having a career
Our
day.
biggest issue in that game was linebacker play.
You couldn't
Ty Johnson
the
revenge game.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And he got his revenge.
I hate you, Matt Patricia.
All right, so last game, Rams at Eagles. Eagles favored by 6.5. Total is set at 43.5.
That's not supposed to be that way.
My turn?
Yeah.
The leader's turn?
Sure, yeah.
We get it.
Rams.
You were the blind squirrel this week.
No doubt in my mind.
Really?
Yep. I don't even have like a...
Okay, well, the leader just lost another game.
I didn't have an argument for it. I think it's the Rams all day.
I think it's going to be a close game, but I'm gonna lean Eagles. I don't
think it's going to be that close of a game.
You think the Rams blow them out?
Not blow out, but I think at least 10 to 14. 2 scores.
No.
Wow.
No chance. Not in Philly.
I think so.
Nope.
I think
snow? No.
What's up with you and weather?
I'm letting you know it makes a difference. Makes a difference when you're playing in the snow that we're expecting to see in Philadelphia. That the game's going to look like LaShawn McCoy versus the Lions again.
I'm going to take Philly. I think.
Well, both teams got to play in this. Not
for sure, of course. Mm-hmm.
And one's a dome team. The other one's an outdoor team.
It's okay. Stafford's not new to it. He's played.
He's been in a dome his whole life.
Well, I'm saying,
but he also played in the NFC North his whole
life.
And then Puka Nacua.
What happened there?
Nothing will phase Puka Nacua.
Yeah, what a game that was.
Calvin and Stephon Logan. Stephon Logan.
Check any sneak dissing in this comment. Puka Nacua is the best receiver in that game.
He is not better than AJ Brown.
No.
I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
There's no way you can be serious right now.
It's a second year.
Hey, it's all right. Next year, I'm going to draft Puka Nacua and get 7
times?
players from him for Puka.
Puka Nacua is
everybody
100
draft
times.
Puka. You're
I'm about to
going
grab the
to win
mic
a
and
championship
throw it.
next year.
Puka Nacua is not even close. AJ Brown is way better.
It's all right. When you trade
there you go. You said
You
it
Don't
right.
clip that. Don't clip that.
You said it right.
Puka Nacua over AJ Brown.
You just said AJ Brown's better.
Cut off. We got it on camera. You're good.
You're done.
Oh my!
There's the leader.
All right. So look, I think we're gonna see a different version of the Eagles altogether. I think Saquon again, because obviously it was just a weird game against Green Bay. They're going to be a dominant offense. I think Jalen Hurts
think
is
they
gonna
come
move
out
the
more
ball
pass happy.
100%. Dallas Goedert led the team in receiving yards.
Disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Even though I drafted him in fantasy.
Better than AJ Brown.
All right.
Just joking.
So, yeah,
that one's a joke. But Puka Nacua, not even close.
You just said AJ Brown's better.
Are you done with that?
If he was in the ladder, he wouldn't have moved on, just so you know. Because AJ Brown would have ended up winning stuff.
Wow.
There's no way you guys can think that.
We'll ask. We'll see.
I don't think it. I know it.
Have you seen Puka Nacua play?
Have you seen AJ Brown play? When
I
he gets the
know,
ball?
because he gets one catch, 10 yards, 2 targets. Puka Nacua gets every possession because he's wide open every single time, and you cannot tackle
Dylan's
him.
probably going to cost Puka Nacua's career.
Well, give it time. It might be down the road. Right now, no.
No, right now, yes.
Right now, no. Okay, go ahead.
Let us know.
Let us know.
What's your opinion?
Please let us know.
Give me
Everybody
AJ
start with the
Brown.
leader.
This guy got one
God
extra
forbid!
game. He got
All
one
right.
extra
5-1.
Yeah, it's the
What do you
first thing
got?
he's won
5-1.
since
What are you,
the fantasy
4-2?
22 years ago.
Your second favorite team, the Rams.
How many rings you got?
My second favorite team is the Chargers.
Oh, okay.
God.
Well, we're not talking about them right now, so.
Love you, Jim Harbaugh.
Puka Nacua or AJ Brown? Let us know in the
done
comments.
with
Puka
that.
Nacua
We're done
or
with
AJ
that.
Brown?
We're
No,
gonna see.
I need to know
see.
Puka Nacua.
Let's see.
We're literally gonna count every single comment.
We're gonna see. We're
I'll
gonna
keep
with
a
this
tally.
game, we're gonna see who,
Oh, yeah.
who
I'll keep a
outplays
tally.
who.
Oh,
We're gonna see who outplays who.
It doesn't matter what you think.
We're gonna see.
Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait for next
You know why?
week.
Because AJ Brown's gonna have 20
And
targets.
I don't want to.
No, he's not.
I don't want to just hear numbers.
see.
I want you to watch the game, dissect the game film. I want you to see how.
No. I want numbers. I want numbers on in the stats. That's what I want.
I'm sorry.
What
but-
affects the game? Being open or catching the ball and affecting the game.
Hold on, but
Let's-
why? When you're open, you should get the ball.
I don't care.
Right or wrong?
Are you getting the ball or no? That's what I want to know.
That's not his, the player's
Who's the
fault.
first option on the team?
You know what? AJ Brown's not catching a ball and falling and getting hurt.
Yeah, that is
That
true.
is
That's very true. Okay,
Yes.
very true.
Like,
Puka
not-
Nacua didn't stop getting hurt. Anyway,
Well, he's
You're
amazing.
Samoan, you
Nothing
shouldn't
against
be
him.
hurt.
All respect in the
but
world.
you got to take 3 people to tackle him.
He's a dog. I'm not saying anything
Better
against
than
him.
AJ
I don't know
Brown.
about 3
No,
people.
No, I'm sorry. No, absolutely not.
I think Kirby can do the
Give
job
me
by
your
himself.
pick. Who you
Enough
got?
Lions.
Who you got?
Never enough. That's the Super Bowl winner this year. When you cheer, you're fired
They're
for
not
that.
even going to be in the Super Bowl. It's going to be Eagles Chiefs.
Joe, you wish. Anyway, I am picking the Eagles this week because the stars are aligned for the Lions to whoop that ass the week after.
Oh my God.
Because again, there's been revenge all around. That's the one team we still haven't beat.
And you're not going to.
We're going to.
I'm
Okay.
going with the Rams. I just think the Rams are too
Ooh,
hot.
okay, so we're 2-2.
Wow.
You
Yeah, I
said
think
Eagles, right?
I changed my mind. The Lions.
You know why he took the Rams? So he can stay right with me in the leaderboards.
I don't want to stay with you in the leaderboard.
Okay.
Hey,
so-
does the NFL? Like wow. Think of that. Rams, Lions, NFC title game.
Are you done with the Lions?
This is a Detroit sports talk
We're
show.
talking about Rams Eagles.
Exactly. The winner plays the Lions.
All right.
If the Lions win,
So we gave
There's
our
no
picks.
ifs on it. Put the house on it. Put your everything you have. Put it on the Lions.
So
If the Lions win, that's the
So-
Super Bowl champion.
we gave our picks. We're going to wrap this up with something fun. We're going to do an underdog draft with just us 4 for the divisional round.
You can't pick George Pickens. He's not there.
We're
Dylan.
gonna
I know,
post the
man.
we're gonna have the video clip of the draft
I'm taking
with
Puka.
us so you can follow along with it.
Who's
But
got
just
the
something
first
for
pick?
fun. I'm gonna send it out right now, and we'll
send
talk
it,
about
send
the picks obviously as they're going through.
who's got first?
We're about
Well,
to
we
find out.
don't know.
It's gonna be random.
I hope I have the first pick.
Who you taking?
Don't worry about it.
I know I'm taking.
Yeah, he's not going to be there if I'm first.
Well, what does that mean? I said if I'm first.
Yeah, you're not going to be first.
How do you know?
How do you know?
I just know. Joe, go ahead and
I
send
hope
it.
the Lions
Sending it
lose.
right now.
Oh, you hope the Lions lose? I
take
hope
that
they
back.
win
I
the
take that
Super
back.
Bowl because you will not get to cheer.
I really wanted to win Super
No,
Bowl.
no,
It's gonna be a
you're
really
not
nice
allowed.
Story.
Nope, no. That story's for us only.
Puka
Not you.
Nacua is better than Monterey Brown.
Nope. I know
I'm
who.
just joking.
Emmanuel St. Brown.
Monterey Brown has the best hands in the league.
Yeah, how many passes did he get? Or how many targets did he have with no drops?
160, 150. I don't know.
Insane.
J-Mo said it the other day, but
Yeah, it was crazy.
literally insane.
By the way, I think both the coordinators are gone.
And every single throw to him is always contested.
Yeah, always. It's
never,
always
he's
a
never,
catch.
He
like,
always
wide
gets
open.
hit like blindside too. Like when he turns around, someone's in his
It's
face
always
right
the
away.
middle of the field.
Yeah,
It's always the middle of the
where
field
people
and
go
the,
to die.
and the flats.
Literally, where Peyton Manning used to kill half his receivers.
Yeah, all hospital balls.
Speaking of hospital ball, who threw a really bad ball the other day?
It was Herbert. Herbert was throwing hospital
trying
balls
to like
left
kill
and
his
right.
whole team.
Yeah, bro.
Left and right was throwing hospital balls.
All right, you guys should have gotten it. So just click it.
I entered.
Beautiful.
Okay. There we go.
Am I the first pick?
I don't know. Let's see.
No, I think we have
It's
to
gonna
go into
randomize
the,
once everyone's in.
Why are there 2 Jay Shamoons, huh?
So obviously, with it just being 4 people, this is not like your typical underdog draft where you're trying to be a little bit different, pick other players. I'll give some of my like picks on that if anyone's watching that is doing bigger tournaments. But we're obviously gonna go with the top guys here.
Should I just hit enter?
Yep. And we'll have the clip of the draft so you guys can follow along with it as it's going.
I'm not a good technology guy, bro.
Yeah, everybody.
Didn't you already deposit in there?
I deposited already, but it was making me deposit more.
Okay, just.
But yeah, I just.
I luckily had money in there. I need to know I won something in here.
But yeah,
degenerate.
Guys, screen record your thing so we can.
If you have gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLING problems. Jacob Shamoon. If you have gambling problems, call 1-800-GAMBLING.
Oh, I'm first, I think.
No,
no, we haven't.
You don't just make up things.
I think I'm all the way on the left.
Yeah, so am I on my screen.
Oh, really? I've never done an
skip.
Oh, look who's first. Oh, wait, I'm only on the left.
Are you okay?
Leo is first.
Really?
Yep.
I'm second.
Keep running your mouth.
Do it. Just do it. I don't care. You know what I want.
Yeah, so it's gonna start. It's gonna start in about a minute. Don't roast us. I know we're doing it off our phones. Normally, if you're doing this, do it off a computer. It's
45 seconds until Leo just decides to take the player I want again.
You know what I'm doing, man.
I already know what you're doing.
You know what I'm doing.
I already know.
Wait, Joe, did you start it?
It's starting.
Oh, it starts.
Yep, it's gonna
RB1, Derrick Henry.
In 30 seconds.
What?
Wow, look who's over Puka Nacua.
No one said it. No one said Amon-Ra not better.
Saint.
Oh.
Wait, hold on, Joe. Is this a full PPR?
It's half point PPR.
Half point PPR.
Half point PPR.
Shit just got real.
It's half point PPR. Everything else is the same.
Is he gonna pick?
Well, it hasn't started yet. It's 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
I see Dylan doesn't read clocks well either.
This guy's got no patience.
So excited right now.
I
feel like it's August or September.
I know, just something a little fun, little bragging rights between us. We'll see. And then next week we'll review the results and everything.
I'll probably win again.
Can we trade in this, Joe?
There's no trading.
God, I know. I just give Dylan Puka for half his team.
Make your pick, Leo. Don't forget.
I hate these guys, bro. How many of you guys got?
I'm riding with my boy that
I'm the defending champion. Get it right.
Give me Jameer, number 1. Give me.
All right, Jameer off the board. Leo got the first pick. He took Jameer.
Take your guy. Don't take mine.
Just pick, man. You're gonna take all 30 seconds on your first pick, aren't you?
Is this guy serious?
You're using your phone. What are you looking at your finger for?
What did he take?
Amon-Ra.
Oh,
what? Are you serious? Now I got a decision to make. I was hoping it was an easy decision.
This guy wants everything handed to him.
It's the Amon-Ra St. Brown
Jake
game.
took Amon-Ra with the second pick.
All right, who we going?
Dylan's up. Let's see.
Oh, only 6 players?
So yeah, it's just 6 rounds.
Oh well, yeah. I guess it's only the division.
This is getting us ready for.
Gotta go the boy, bro. Come on now.
Let's go.
Saquon. That's
the
what we
plan
want
is
in the regular season.
Gotta go the boy. That's why I wanted the regular season.
Yeah, regular season fantasy.
All right.
Then Liam stole him from you. Shout out Liam.
Liam, man.
I didn't want to do this. I wanted to go Saquon and then Lamar. I'm just gonna.
You took my guy.
Come on, Joe. I wanted him.
Oh. Derrick Henry. So I had the back-to-back picks. I was at the end. I
Joe.
went Derrick Henry, Lamar. I wanted to actually go Saquon, but Dylan took Saquon.
Sorry, Joe, bro.
It's okay.
Oh.
Stack should work out.
Here you go.
The boy.
This pick is for Joe.
It's not. Oh, is it you?
Josh
Allen. Solid. So one thing you want to focus on if anyone's playing the bigger tournaments, when you have like Josh Allen, you want to stack Josh Allen. What you want to focus on obviously is going with players that aren't going to be targeted as much as you can get later in rounds. So like people like Ty Johnson and Matt Collins. Matt Collins played the most snaps out of any receiver.
Sorry, Joe, to cut you off. We got 5 seconds. I'm sleeper pick here. I'm taking Kyron Williams.
Sleeper? Where are you sleeping?
Well, not sleeper, but that's my first. And then
take AJ Brown.
Oh, I'm taking him right now, my boy. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm taking him right now because he's gonna be the best.
What's gonna happen when Philly scores 6? Leo's gonna.
I swear. Watch him get like 3 points.
Like last week.
Oh, it's my turn.
Oh man.
Oh man, I don't know who to take here. Is it 2 receivers?
Yeah. Yep.
I need a running back.
2 receivers.
So it's 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, and a flex.
Got you.
Nico,
come on, Jake, man.
That's my guy.
So Jake took Nico. We'll review the teams at the end really quick too before
Mine's
we sign
the best
off.
team already. Look at it. Just look at it.
Yep.
I don't even have a running back. I don't know why I'm saying I have the best team.
Board.
Yep.
Wow.
Look out, boys.
He's gonna not play this week. He said he's hurt.
Look out, boys.
I'm gonna go James Cook, and then I'm gonna go Xavier Worthy because he is gonna ball out.
Xavier Worthy.
That's a sleeper.
That's a good pick, low key.
So I need a running back, a receiver, and running back, a flex. So I get 1 running back or 2.
Yeah,
2 running backs.
You get one running back, 2 receivers, and a flex. So you can have 2 running backs technically.
All right, I changed my mind then.
Yeah, and like I said, obviously this is just between us.
Lions gonna be ahead, so Commanders gonna be playing from behind. A lot of garbage time. Terry McLaurin.
Not on a Meek Robertson watch anyway.
Yep.
Give me. Damn man, why you got to put me in this situation? 2 of my guys, and I need a running back. Give me Demont.
Okay.
I'm just taking the Lions.
I'm going here with this one. I'm gonna go Khalil Shakir. And then
Good pick.
And then I'm doing the connect here, and tush push, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
You're just Philadelphia, and I'm just Detroit.
Just wait till
it's not going to be better than my connection.
Just wait till AJ Brown has 3 touchdowns, and then come talk.
Oh God.
Damn man, this is tough. You guys are going to
So
think
you got
I'm
the
crazy.
stack, Leo.
You guys think
Leo's
I'm crazy?
team is looking nice. I'm not even
No,
lying.
it's not.
Yeah,
Thank
give
you,
me my
Joe.
stack
Thank you,
too.
Joe.
Well, I know I don't have Lamar. Damn.
I do.
Yeah.
You have
Josh
JL.
Allen.
Biggest steal of the draft coming. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Who'd you
just-
take?
Jameson Williams.
J-Mo?
You took Waymo.
So you have Amon-Ra and J-Mo.
Biggest steal of the
And
draft.
D-Bot.
Biggest steal of the draft.
After the Lions.
I told you I'm
Solid
taking the Lions. I should have taken Jared Goff. Can I trade?
Who'd you take? Oh, Mahomes?
My homies.
I wanted Sam Laporta
I
too.
really want to double stack Lamar with Mark Andrews.
Nice, solid. But you'll have the whole Baltimore team.
I know. I mean, so does Jacob has all of the.
Are you surprised there,
I'm
Joe?
I'm gonna get some action with the Lions. I'm gonna take Laporta.
What the heck is wrong with you? What did I do to you?
And last pick, I need one more receiver. I think this guy has been slept on. I think he's gonna end up finally having a baller game.
Tim Patrick?
Cooper Cup.
Tim Patrick. Yeah, Tim Patrick.
I knew it. I mean, I gotta go. Can't not pass up on that. I'm not gonna do it again.
You didn't last time.
You didn't pass up last time. You just traded him and cost me a championship again.
I love that.
Cost you a championship. Joe Mixon had like
just
4
so
points that
everyone
week.
knows, during our actual redraft, Dylan drafted Joe Mixon and traded him mid-draft to Jacob for George Pickens.
Champion.
He got a little emotional, but it's okay. We've all been there.
Yeah,
I built a powerhouse.
Love my boy GP though.
Oh shit, I'm picking.
Yep, you're about to be auto-picked.
Yeah, give me Mark Andrews. How about I auto-pick
Come
that?
on, man. I wanted him. Why you gotta do
Bro,
that?
I easily have the best team here. I'm just saying.
It's gonna give you the projections after. Obviously, that doesn't
I
matter,
should be
but-
one.
You know what? Sleeper here, Isaiah Likely. I said sleeper for every one of my picks. but
Everything's
Isaiah
a sleeper?
Give me Isaiah Likely. He's scoring a
Dylan is
touchdown.
projected to win as of right now.
Yup. That's what I'm saying.
I am projected
All right,
the
man.
least amount of points, but we'll
That's
see
what I'm
happens.
saying.
Well,
Okay. You got Mahomes and Kelsey. How you gonna stop that?
We'll review the teams right now.
Saquon, Joe Mixon. How you gonna stop that?
Look,
That's literally that's 100 yards and a touchdown guaranteed. And then Puka Nacua was 10 catches, 132 yards, and arguably maybe a
so we'll
touchdown.
review the
Darius
teams
Slay
really
doesn't
quick.
exist to you?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He's hurt.
Not against Puka
All right,
Nacua.
look.
He's going to be
So-
on an island.
Leo had the first pick. He went Jahmyr Gibbs on the way back. Kyron, then AJ Brown, Khalil Shakir, Jalen Hurts with the stack there with AJ Brown and Isaiah Likely. Jacob was after. He went Amon-Ra, Josh Allen, Nico Collins, David Montgomery, J-Mo, and then Mark Andrews.
Literally drafted the Detroit Lions.
Dylan went Saquon, Puka, Travis Kelsey,
Who wouldn't draft the Lions this
Patrick
week?
Mahomes to stack with Kelsey. I think it's going to be a baller game as well.
He's got a good team, but like he's.
And then Joe Mixon at the end.
Love that you're
I
admitting
went
it.
Derrick Henry, Lamar,
I mean, we all have good
James
teams.
Cook, Xavier Worthy. So hopefully Xavier Worthy gets some work. Laporta and then Cooper Kupp.
Who wouldn't draft Lions players? They're projected to blow the doors off of them. Vegas even won't give you good odds on these touchdowns.
Let's get done with the Lions.
No, they're one of the last 4 teams left, and we live in Detroit. What do you want me to talk about? The Cowboys?
God, well, all right, guys. That wraps it up.
Fun night.
Anything you want to say before we
I got something to say. Puka Nacua is better than AJ Brown.
Okay, I have two things to say. Please, like we said before, please comment who you would take currently right now, AJ Brown or Puka Nacua. And 2, I cannot wait till we sit back at this table next week and AJ Brown has a better game than Puka Nacua. You will not hear the end of it.
I cannot wait.
Neither can I, because AJ Brown's gonna tear the roof off that place and the Eagles are gonna.
Last time Puka Nacua is gonna dominate.
Last time the media talked about AJ Brown not having a good game, he had 2 touchdowns. The next game.
Tell him congratulations. Puka Nacua is better.
If you do see this video or you're listening to it either way, comment, share it, like it. Let us know what you think of the teams. Let us know what you think of the picks. We'll see. Let us know Puka or AJ Brown. Should be a no-brainer. But other than that, that's it for us, guys. We appreciate you. Tune in next week. We'll go over the rest of the reviews, and we'll see you guys next week.
Go Lions.
PGP out.